I hope you guys haven't forgotten about me. I haven't forgotten about you guys, I promise. I experience writer's block, but video block, creator block, I don't know. The trip was like a month ago or more. I have not made a new video ever since because I had no idea what to do, and I have like no energy. That's why I need something like this. Can you believe it? Oh yeah, by the way, now, ew, what is that? There's something right here. Now I can eat chocolate and bread. Isn't that crazy? I can eat chocolate and bread, and I can pretty much eat anything and not binge. Like, it's just not gonna happen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's good. But if you do know what I'm talking about, that means you've been my friend for a long time. And thank you. I wish you guys were all really here so we can talk face to face. And don't worry about my arm. I do this a lot because I like to kind of put reminders on my body of what's not at its full strength, so I can stop acting like I'm a superhero with superpowers, because I'll forget something's hurt and I'll keep using my arm. Right now, this arm, my right hand, is swollen. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's so swollen. And it's hard to, like, it feels weird. It feels like a giant bruise. And this happens a lot. I don't know if you can see the difference. It happens a lot to my right hand because I am right-handed. And it gets worse if I continue using it, but I have labor jobs and I'm right-handed, so there's no way of going around it. So I kind of have to power through it. I have to kind of remind myself not to do extreme work. It used to be so much worse back in the day. Like, now it's not as bad, but I'm just kind of scared. I went to the doctor years ago and they took expensive x-rays, and they found out it was not broken. Another doctor told me that he was more experienced. He told me not to get any testing done and just try to stop overusing my arm, mainly everything, because he said, like, okay, so I would get into this job made me proud because it was so physical, like warehouse, so it kept me in shape no matter what I ate, so it felt good. But excuse my phone. It helped me stay in shape, so I didn't want to leave them. But it's bad because you're not working out a new body part. It's always the same one over and over again, and that's not working it out anymore. It's wearing it out, which is kind of scary because, like, I want my body to be fine, and I like to write, so I'm kind of screwing up my right hand. I can't ask for days off, like, especially after the trip, guys. Oh my gosh, people's cards started failing, and I ended up being backup because, like, obviously other people were backing me up too, but it was just, oh my gosh, it cost so much money. But yet again, for me, I see money differently. I see it as like time, because of the time it took me to get there, and if I can't keep something I wasted money on, it kind of makes me sad. This is why, like, my brother got me this really nice camera that I did not deserve, because I've always been that person that records family stuff. Like, I don't know why I would record, like, family things, birthdays and stuff. So he got me this camera, and I felt so guilty. Like, I love it, I really do. Even now, I felt so guilty because it's, like, so much money. And I wasn't gonna put it to good use, but here I am talking to people that are all over the world. Like, that's freaking good use. I get to meet you guys and talk to you guys, so that's really cool. But for me, like, the trip was a lot of waste of money. Like, obviously recording with my phone, I had my camera, but I couldn't take it with me a lot of the times because it could get broken. I took my phone with me and I would record stuff we did, like parasailing. I've been wanting to go parasailing for so long. Like, I went years ago to Florida before, but I was with somebody that was my ex. He didn't like to, like, spend a lot of money, so that's why we didn't do a lot of the things. And I've been wanting to go parasailing for so long, like ever since I went with him like 3 years ago or something like that. So that's why I really wanted to go, and my brother was like, anybody want to go? Like, you have to pay for it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have to go. And I recorded it, so at least I got to keep like the memory. That's why I like to record stuff, because although I've never been really comfortable in camera and pictures, oh my gosh, pictures make me very anxious. Even now, like even nowadays, like it makes me uncomfortable if I'm not in control of it. Like right now I'm in control of the camera. If I don't like something or how I look really bothers me, which happens a lot, like there's a lot of videos that I did not post because I couldn't get over the way I look. Like it just made me so uncomfortable, so I never put them up. And that's why it's like I have to record at like first person, I think that's what you call it, like a video game. But not a lot of people are, it looks awkward sometimes, but I get to keep the memory. That's a lot of talk, I'm sorry, but I just like talking, okay? Nobody listens to me in the real world. We were only gone for 4 days, and those days felt like freaking forever, guys. Like so much shit happened. First of all, we didn't like go to a hotel. My brother rented this was my brother's idea. He's the opposite of me, okay? He's optimistic, happy, and loves traveling, likes expensive things. I don't, because I don't know, I just don't. I don't see it. I like quantity over quality, and that's not a good thing. And usually we get along because opposites kind of click, but over the years we do not get along, so I was afraid we would get into an argument, but we didn't. He planned this out, a big Airbnb mansion that I showed in my story. If you don't follow me, don't worry about it. It's open, so you can always like go and, you know, see it. I didn't really show a tour of the place because I don't like to brag, especially when I know damn well I can't afford this type of thing, but I do like to keep it as a memory. So I did show a little piece of the house if you wanted to see it, just the main part, not all the rooms. And it's in my story. Is like escaping the cold. It's one of the bottom things. I wonder how long ago that was. I can tell you guys right now how long ago. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me know when. Okay, that's me. And then escaping the cold is this one, that little guy running. Click on it, my story will pop up. So yeah, it was 4 weeks ago when we went. Going was so much funner than coming back, obviously, because it's like, oh, something new. But if I knew what was waiting for me there, I honestly would not want to go. The amount of money I spent, oh my gosh, guys, no. You know how many cats I could have bought without money? I'm just kidding. And coffees, oh my gosh. But good thing I'm back here. The 4 days, it's like it was a roller coaster of emotions and experience, because like the good times are really good, but then there were bad times where it was like so stressful. Like I fought with everybody. Like I got into an argument with everybody, not my brother, the one I was talking about, not him. Just like my siblings, the rest of my siblings, and then even Mel. Like I got into an argument with them all. Like it was so annoying, because like mainly it's because I am not a drinker. Like I don't like alcohol or smoking or anything like that. I don't care. Like I only like things that kind of make me more aware. Like I like not numbing my emotions, and I can't. Maybe I'm just judgmental. I've tried. Like I accept people are gonna go do it and try it, right? Like go do it, go do what you want to do. But I hate how left out I feel. And when I leave, it feels like can't they wait to do it, you know, when, I don't know. I told them, like, I don't want to go to this trip with a bunch of people that like to drink, you know, and party. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It just bothers me so much. And I told them, like, just let me stay here. Like, don't guilt me for not going. And they told me, like, oh, you're already messing up the trip before it even starts. Like without you it's gonna suck, because you're gonna be missing. Like every time we see something that you might like, we're gonna be like, where's Angela? And I get it, but I'm gonna hate it more than I'm gonna like it, because there I was in the house while they partied, and I'm like, oh no, I hate drunk people. I'm a loser. Like, I know I'm a loser and I'm okay with it. So just let me be a loser over there, away from everybody. And it's like, it's different when they drink at this house, you know, because I can leave, I can drive away, and I've said this many times, but there I just can't. Like, I don't know where to go. And it just sucked. And Mel, like, he disagrees with me, and it's like, I don't want to be seen as judgmental. I really don't. I've had this problem for so long, ever since I was in high school, and I've tried to stop, you know, like, I'm so sorry about my hair, but I've tried to stop, like, being so annoying to people, because, like, I'm not a parent. I'm not anybody's parent. I'm not better than anybody. Of course not. I never think myself better. I hate when people think that when they find out I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker, I don't do anything, they automatically think it's because I think I'm better than everybody. No, I don't. I know I can't handle it. I don't want to, like, waste brain cells when I need all the few I have left. You know, like, I just can't afford to lose anymore. And the thing is, like, I also don't want to be around people that are like that, because it just makes me uncomfortable. It's like, I'm not getting it. What is it about all that stuff? I don't know. Like, you guys can tell me if you're partiers, and I hope you guys don't feel offended by how I'm saying this, but I don't like when people need something, some substance, to numb their emotions so they can feel, like, less guarded. Why don't you just let me earn your trust in order for you to open up without needing anything? Why isn't trust the thing you use, you know, to get off guard? You know, that's how you make real friends. And it's like, where are my people? These are not my people. If you need something like that, I'm not in the right group, and that's okay. They can be the way they are, but I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be, I don't want to feel less than because I don't know myself. Because it's happened so much more, because these people, like, everybody's been saying, like, oh, you think you're better than us for not drinking, for not doing all this, you haven't even tried it. But it's like, why? I don't make them feel bad, like, oh, how dare you do that stuff, you know, like, I don't do that. But it's like, why are they doing it to me? Why? Like, I've heard so many people, I've lost friends that have said, honestly, if you would have drunk with me or gotten high or whatever, we would have been friends longer. Like, I never said that to anybody. I never said, like, you know, if you stopped drinking, we would have been friends or longer. You know, like, you can do it, but just don't involve me. I don't want to be a part of it. It's just annoying. But this was not meant to be a vent or a rant or whatever you want to call it. But it's just, oh, gosh, I don't know what to do about that. Like, that's why I didn't really like the trip. I was always anxious that people would start drinking, because sometimes they can be very annoying. And there's always, like, I looked at the house. If you look at my Instagram, you see the house is very, like, nice, and, like, I say it cringing because it's not homey. It's just too nice. There is such a thing as that, because there are sharp edges everywhere. There are stairs. I was just analyzing everything, like, someone's gonna fall there and die. Like, someone's gonna trip there when they're drunk. Someone's gonna, you know, like, something like that. There is only 2 bathrooms in that whole house. One of them is upstairs. The stairs are made out of, like, hard, like, cold, like, you know, something you can clean easily, no carpet. And there's sharp, where you hold on to, it's made out of glass. So it's like, this just looks like an accident's gonna happen. Like, this whole freaking house. But nobody got hurt, good thing. Everything ended up being okay in the end. Like, nothing bad happened other than arguments and misunderstandings. I was really nervous about the girls my brother was inviting, because he has, like, these 3 girls that he hangs out with a lot of the time, because they're all friends. He has a big group, like, he's very friendly. And the 3 girls were the only ones, wait, was that 3? Yeah, the 3 girls were the only ones that could make it. 4 if you count his girlfriend. But his girlfriend, she's really cool, like, I can talk to her and everything, and she doesn't make me uncomfortable, because from my experience with my siblings, relationship partners, they always try to be too nice in the beginning because they want to get on your good side. So I never make it hard for anybody to, unless they do something disrespectful. But I'm always easy to get along with. But I just know that she wasn't going to be, like, rude to me, because she kind of wants to, like, click properly. So I'm like, okay, she's cool. And the other 3 that were just his friend, one of them I had a really big problem with back in the day because she was like, I was trying to help my sister with her homework and she was straight up yelling across the kitchen, and my sister was right by me and I couldn't hear my sister and me talking. Like, I couldn't even hear me talking to her because this girl was yelling, and I got so angry because they were like partying right next to us that I yelled like, "Can you stop yelling?" And everybody went quiet and looked at me like, oh my gosh. And she glared at me instead of feeling ashamed because she's yelling at somebody else's house. She just glared at me, and that just made me feel like I could not trust her. Like, I just did not like her at all. I was always finding reasons to like kick her out because I really didn't like her. After, like, you have to respect other people's houses, you know. But in the party, like, or in the trip, I thought she would be annoying like that, especially since it's not my house there either. But she was actually one of the coolest people there. So I felt super guilty for like judging her so badly, you know. I was talking to Mel in one of the rooms and I was angry, and I opened the door because he was getting my last nerve. I opened the door and the girls were going to their room, and she was coming, the girl that I didn't like, she was headed to their room and she was walking like this, and I'm really scared of zombies. And she was making weird noises, so when I opened the door, that's the first thing I saw, and I slammed it, and I looked at Mel, I'm like, what the hell is that? And the girl, like, I opened the door again, she was laughing at me, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I thought that was so funny. She was making like ape noises. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that, but that kind of solved like me and Mel's argument, because like I forgot all about what we were arguing about. He did too, and we were just all laughing, so I'm like, that she's cool. And then we went out to a really expensive, I don't recommend unless you have money, restaurant, but it was a good experience. We went with the girls and my brother and his girlfriend, and I was making them laugh and everything, and that girl was like the first one laughing at my jokes, and I'm not a good jokester. Like, I make dad jokes and I'm not even a dad yet. Just kidding, I do have a son. Maybe that makes sense. But I was making dumb jokes, and one of the girls, I think she doesn't like me, because I was like, oh, so are you guys ordering dessert? And one of them's like, the chocolate one sounds good. And I was like, oh yeah, it does. And she was like, I don't like chocolate. And I was like, so girls, do we trust this one? And we all started laughing, except she kind of laughed like, and I was like, I felt like she didn't like me after that. But I'm like, dude, I'm just joking. Like, I didn't mean I was joking, I swear. Like, I don't know, like, leaving was kind of like, sorry, I keep touching, there's like an acne here. I have a lot still. It sucks, it really does. But leaving that place, it was 70 degrees, and we went back to like the negatives and maybe 15 degrees if we're lucky. It sucked. Like, it sucks. Like, if it almost makes it worse going to paradise when you know you have to go back to not hell, but like frozen land, limbo. I feel like limbo would be freezing cold. But yeah, I have to go back because I still don't know what to do in my life, so I belong in limbo. Work has been kicking my butt, like really bad. Oh my god, I'm not as strong as I used to be. Like, I fall apart so easily. It's almost like I used to have superpowers, but now it's like, no, you don't deserve superpowers. I obviously didn't get a tan because, oh my gosh, my hair. Guys, did I cut all my hair off? Because we weren't outside as much as I wanted to. We went to like, we ate in different, like, we ate too much. And we were driving most of the time because everything was super far away. I liked, you know, when I was at the sushi place, I realized like making the girls laugh. Like, even my brother afterwards was telling me, like, honestly, when I was planning this trip, I thought you'd be a problem. He didn't mean it in a bad way. That sounds so bad, but he was concerned about me being there because I don't click well with people, especially party people, because I don't talk to people. And my awkwardness is contagious. So he's told me that he was afraid that people would be uncomfortable with me and I would be uncomfortable with them, and that would be a problem. But he found out that I was one of the people that clicked the best, and I was like, yes, thank you. And I felt like I was in a video game where it's like, achievement unlocked, friendship level 75. Just kidding. Please ignore what I just said. Why do I say dumb shit like that? I always picture everything like a game, but like a video game. Like you gain points for like when people compliment you, and you actually like feel good about it. Sometimes people compliment me, I'm like, no, that's not true, like trust me, you're not seeing it clearly. But when he said that, I was like, I was more of like having fun, and like things just connected. And he told me that, and I was so happy. And I realized I mean, it wasn't that difficult to make the girls laugh, because like, I get along with women. Like women were always like who I liked being around with, because I grew up in a very sexist household, and I grew up thinking negatively about most men. So I kind of try to stay away, because I can't just figure all men out by getting hurt, you know. So I've always kind of connected more with women, and it's really hard for me to like connect with men, because a lot of men are afraid of women that are feminists, and I am a feminist, and I'm not afraid to say that. If you're afraid to say that, I'm so sorry. Somebody scared you into wanting equality for both genders. And that's exactly why I stay away from men, because a lot of it, let me rephrase that, not men, okay? Boys, uneducated boys, I stay away from, because they take feminism as a threat, that they can no longer be in power. And that's really annoying to me. Like, oh my god, if I keep talking about that, it's just gonna make me more angry. So that's why I tend to go more with women. And I really hope, like, I don't want to be sexist towards men or boys, whoever, all of them, but it's safer for me to stay away for the majority of the time and be with women who are naturally nourishing. And I'm just so tired of us being labeled as emotionally crazy, when, let's face it, we're more in tune with our emotions than anybody else. And being more in tune with your emotions and accepting them doesn't mean you're crazy. In fact, we are so much more, like, we need to get more credit, because men, they don't even like to feel emotions, and we're human. You know, a lot of men are shamed, and that sucks. And a lot of, if you are a man and you're watching this, you need to stop being ashamed of feeling. Cry, it's normal. Feel. Obviously, don't let it get out of hand and start, you know, hurting people. And that goes for both genders and animals. If you're an animal watching this, you know, now you know. This message can be used for everybody. Hopefully you guys know what I mean. And now I have to go, because I'm afraid someone's gonna hear me. I can't think of anything else. I'm fine. I'm still alive. And I will hopefully see you guys soon, if I have a good idea of what to talk about, what to say. Nothing else is really going on with my life. You guys can let me know in the comments what's going on with yours, and we can all hear it and respond. So yeah, maybe you could find somebody with the same problem or situation as you. You never know. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye. I'll say goodbye with my swollen hand. Bye, guys.